we are given a tryout to Rakuen for an hour. So what is this? Well, as far as I can tell, it's a point-and-click adventure game. It's an RPG Maker game as well. And it's a game that currently is getting overwhelmingly positive reviews in Steam. I guess it's been getting that for a while. This game came out in 2017, so not exactly a new game. But it seems like a lot of people have a lot of good things to say about it. So, we're going to get going. We're going to see what it's about. Let's see if it's something we want to play. Alright, arrow keys. We can move around. Not the numpad. Space enter to confirm, interact, examine. Escape. Okay, so it looks like we can move around with the keyboard. Q, talk with mom. Alright, so with these controls, I guess right hand on cursor keys, left hand on space, Q, and escape. Looks like. Who's there? Yami? Yami who? Hey. How'd you get in here? Your door's unlocked, man. Oh. Who are you? Okay, so why are you here, I guess? I'm Yami. I live across the hall. Did you move in or something? Why are you wearing that hat in bed? It seems I think I got here around the same time as you. But they never let me out of my room. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay. It's not bad always just living in one room. I sneak out at night when the nurses aren't watching. Promise you won't tell anyone I'm here. Okay? I promise. So how long are you in here for? I don't know. Mom says it could be a while. Same here. It gets really boring sometimes. I know what you mean. Someone's coming. Sorry, man, I gotta go. Hey, wait. Yeah? Maybe I could visit you sometime. It's not as boring when there's two. You won't be able to get into my room. I'm not even supposed to leave, remember? Yeah. But don't worry. I'll come visit you again. I promise. Yami? Where'd you go? Well, I don't think we're getting up anytime soon, considering we still have this IV in us. I mean, I guess you could technically, like, roll the IV pole around, but it's a bit awkward. Oh no, we're not actually connected. Maybe I'm misseeing that. There's no one to talk to here. Patient 237. Pemetrex disodium. Carbopletin. Treatment guide. An origami hat. Is there anything else to the treatment guide, by the way? I guess not. A house plant that looks like it could use some water. No one to call on the phone. Oh, who are we going to call anyway? Open the cabinet? Sure will. Cabinet's empty. The door is locked. There's a sign on the door. Yeah, let's read it. Storage area 5B. Patients not allowed beyond this point. It seems odd that there's like a door that says no patients allowed in the room where the patient is, but okay. Hello? Hello, dear. It's Mom. Mom! Just wanted to let you know that my train was delayed, so I'm going to be a bit late. Oh. Okay. But we're used to that now. Mom's always late. I'm so sorry, dear. I'm going as fast as I can. It's okay, Mom. I understand. But I'm off work this week, and I dropped off your little brother at Grandma's. So, we'll be able to spend lots of time together. We can play games, I'll read to you, it'll be like our own little party. Thanks, Mom. I love you. I love you too. Well, that was a nice phone call from Mom. Well, I see you're wide awake and walking around. No one told me I couldn't walk around. Ha! Okay, wise guy, I got a couple things to tell you. First of all, some good news. Your tests have come back and it turns out things are looking pretty good. In fact, it might be okay for you to walk around the halls a bit today. You mean I get to leave my room? Indeed. Yes. Not so fast. There's something else I need to talk to you about. This morning, the cafeteria reported that a lot of food and drink was stolen from the kitchen. Since the wing was all locked up last night, we believe the thief might still be in the building somewhere. So can you take a moment to just check and see if any of your belongings were stolen? Okay. Is this our belongings? Oh no. It's gone. Doctor, they took it. They took Rakuen. What did they take? Rakuen. It's my favorite book in the whole world. My mom reads it to me every night. It's very special. Are you completely sure you didn't just misplace it? I'm sure. After Mom finishes reading, she always puts it back in the same place. It's our tradition. Okay, calm down. What did your book look like? It looked like a book. It has a brown cover. It looks very old. And there is a clasp made of silver with a hole for a key. Silver clasp, eh? I guess that explains why they take a children's storybook. Well, I'm really sorry about this. I can only imagine how important it must have been to you. I want you to know that we'll be doing all we can to track down the thief. Mom's gonna be so sad. You know what? What? Since you're allowed to leave your room today, why don't you go talk to some of the other folks around the floor? Who knows? Maybe someone will be able to help you get your book back. Take care now. I'll be back to check on you in a bit. Well, who could have possibly taken our book? It couldn't possibly have been our new friend Yami. He'd never do that to us. Here's a bathroom. Here, you can open that up. A mirror. Fill the sink? Sure. We could do it. Sink's filled with water. What are we going to do with that? I guess nothing. Alright, we can explore the hospital. How's your detective work coming along? Find any good leads? No, not as of yet, but the day is young. And the culprit must be around somewhere. Now, where did I put that key? I must have dropped it somewhere. Well, maybe it's something we can find. Did you call me? Yeah? Apparently, the toilet in Sue's room is broken now. Can you do anything about it? I'm a nurse, not a plumber. I don't even know how to fix a toilet. Well, someone has to do it. You know we're short-staffed. Fine, I'll go see I can dig up some supplies. Look, just shove your fist down the hole and see if there's anything jammed in there. Grab it and pull it out. Real easy. That's how plumbers do it. Hello, small child. What brings you to my blood draw station? Interested in learning about the circulatory system? Or platelets? Perpetual motion machines? Ahem. What can I help you with? Well, let's ask what's up. Sometimes I like to contemplate things like, why are there only 2 egg-laying mammals in the world? I'm sure many species could benefit from laying eggs. But so far, only the platypus and the echidna families have hopped on that bandwagon. Us humans are so far behind. When are we going to get on this bandwagon? Why, if I could lay eggs, I'd be laying eggs all the time. At work even. In public. What can I help you with? Did you hear about the thief? Come here. I'll let you in on a little secret. Have you noticed anything strange about this hospital? Not really. A while back, I started noticing cryptic little messages written all over the place. And last night, I saw someone go into that closet south of Tony's room, but I was told that closet has been locked since before I started working here. I'm pretty sure they were not staff. What did they look like? I only saw them out of the corner of my eye, and for a second, so unfortunately I could not say. What can I help you with? Okay, so just move on to a different subject here. Tell me about folks here. Who would you like to know about? Tell me about Panky. The children love Chef Panky. If he notices someone's having a bad day, he will give them ice cream. I like to pretend I'm having a bad day. Fools him every time. Ice cream. Using the scientific secret of salt to lower the freezing point of ice in order to freeze the cream. Genius! Who would you like to know about? Tell me about Kissaburo. I knew Kissaburo back before his mind started going. We spoke often. It's sad to see someone's mental condition deteriorate like that. What do you mean? Well, for example, recently the staff found him outside digging in the mud again. He was on his hands and knees making piles of mud using spoons he got from the kitchen. Oh man. But hey, maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe he was looking for buried treasure? Who would you like to know about? Tell me about Danielle. Danielle is the purple-haired girl who hangs out in the cafeteria. She sews the most marvelous plushies for the patients here. Who would you like to know about? Okay, that's all we know about Danielle. I guess that's it for that. Hello? Hey there. What's up? Hey, I don't think we formally met. I'm Cora. It's probably pretty easy to remember me because I'm the only girl in my grade with a pink mohawk. Whoa, cool. That does make it easy. And don't worry, my mom knows. She's the one who let me do it. Anyways, it was nice meeting you. Nice meeting you too, Cora. Oh hey, some friends and I are working together to do something special for the people on our floor here in the hospital. Like what? I'll have more details later, but if you find anything cool you want to donate, come talk to me. Okay. I know a lot of folks feel powerless when they have to stay here. But here's the way I see it. No one knows how much time they have in this world. My time could be up in 80 years or 8 minutes. Huh. Point is, I'm going to do everything I can to make good use of my time. Time's precious, you know. If I could help just one person here to feel happier, then it'd be all worth it. Huh. Hey there. Well, let's ask about the thief. Dude, yeah. Chef Panky came out here earlier and he was not happy. I guess the thief took a lot of food from the cafeteria kitchen. How the heck did they get into the kitchen? You can't even get there from the cafeteria. Believe me, I've tried. Hey there. How could the thief have possibly have stolen all these things? Tell me about the folks here. What do you want to know about? How about Tony? Just between you and me, I think Tony's hiding something. He acts so grumpy all the time, but he's got this pretty little music box in his room that he guards with his life. Why would a grumpy old dude like that have a sweet little music box? Who do we want to know about? Let's ask about Sue. Sue's a sweetheart, but she's obsessed. Obsessed? Yeah, I guess she had to move to the hospital before saying goodbye to her friend. And that's pretty much all she talks about now. Who do you want to know about? What about Jackie? Jackie's that guy over at the blood draw station. Oh, yeah, we were talking to Jackie. He's cool. A little weird, but cool. If you ever need to know about anything technical, he's the guy to ask. What do you want to know about? Well, it looks like everyone in this hospital knows about 3 people, no more, no less. So, nothing else there. Before we go into other rooms, let's see if we can talk to people. I heard you had a pretty tough day today. You hang in there, all right? You're doing great. Well, we don't yet know why we're in the hospital. How tough of a day has it been for us? We don't know. What the heck do you think you're doing in my room, kid? Get out of here! It figures. When I want visitors, no one shows up. But when I need peace and quiet, every idiot in the world has to come to my room. And where's that nurse with my coffee? Well, Tony is quite grumpy. Where's his music box? A book about airplanes. This is music box. A broken music box. It doesn't even work. If you touch that music box, I will break your hands, kid. I will get up and I will do it. Treatment guide. You can never read the treatment guide. Blood samples. There's no point in talking to Tony before he's had his coffee. He'll just growl at you like a big angry bear. I heard that, you little brat. See what I mean? You come over here and tell me to my face. People these days, they don't even insult you properly anymore. I say in my day, if someone was going to insult you, they would tell you to your face. The door is locked. I haven't seen you in a long time. It's good to see you walking around again. You need something? Yeah, what's up? It seems that these days it's getting harder and harder to find the words. Either that, or people just aren't listening. But you know, if it's my time to leave this world, then I'm ready to go. I just want to make sure I say the things I need to say before it's too late. You need something? Yeah, did you hear about my thief? I'm looking for my book. I've been telling the nurses for a long time that someone has been sneaking around here after hours. I heard they were stealing food from the cafeteria kitchen. Which means they obviously have some way of getting into parts of the hospital that we patients don't have access to. What, were they crawling through the vents? You'd have to be pretty small to fit through there. But no one around here listens to me anyway. They all seem to think that I've lost my mind. You need something? Yeah, tell me about the 3 people here that you know about. I'm not one for gossip. Oh, no, he doesn't want to tell us about his 3 people. Okay. See you later, then. What's this? It's a chair. Oh, a stack of notes. Let's take a look. Based on the results of Kisaburo's brain scan, we believe the metastases to be the cause for his delirium. It is my recommendation to begin administering antipsychotic medication. Please refer to the list of hallucinations and delusions. Doesn't sound like things are going very well for Kisaburo. What about the second page? 1021 was found climbing ladder in construction zone 5B. When questioned, replied they intended to make a hole in the ceiling. 1028 was found in the yard digging in the mud, completely unresponsive when questioned, appeared to be unaware of location/time. 11.2, carrying bags of... Well, what was he carrying? I guess we'll never know. Thermometer. Patient blood samples. It appears that there is a tunnel running through here that has been blocked off. Perhaps you could get through if you had the right tools, I guess. The tunnel that goes through the hospital, huh? That door's locked. The toilet in there is broken. Some metal thing is stuck inside. If you have to go, you should probably find a different bathroom. Oh, I wonder if we could get it. Hey, what are you doing? This is a girl's room, you know. But if you really gotta use the bathroom, come talk to me. How are you doing today? Well, let's ask Winston what's up. My wife's been asleep for months now, but I still talk with her every day, and sometimes I read to her. How are you doing today? Did you hear about the thief? Have you noticed that some of the doors around here have electronic passcode devices? I've been told that those areas have long been closed off, even to the staff. But recently, I noticed that one of the devices had been turned on. How are you doing today? Oh, we're just ending it there, okay. Tell me about the folks here. Alright, so the 3 people I know about are Sue, Tony, and Cora. Let's ask about Sue. On occasion, I've had to take Sue back to her room. She has a habit of walking around aimlessly on certain nights. Who would you like to tell her? Okay. Talk about Tony. I believe Tony hasn't talked with his family in a long while. It makes me sad to think that families can be torn apart just because people don't see eye to eye on something. Well, what something are we talking about here, Winston? Not all things are equal. What about Cora? I heard that Cora and her friends have been working on a special project to boost morale around the hospital. Last I heard, they were calling themselves the Towel Cape Heroes. I didn't hear about the name. Cannot talk to the wife who is in a coma, but that makes sense. So you want to use our bathroom, huh? Well, I guess? Yeah, I get it. We all gotta go sometimes. But I can't let just anyone use our bathroom. It's a girl's room, you know? Gosh, looks like you really gotta go, though. Well, how about this? See that jar next to me? There's your bathroom. Yep. That's my marble collection. They're thirsty. I'm missing some, though. I was carrying a bunch of them around in my pocket, and I'm pretty sure some fell out. If you could find me just one, I'd let you use our bathroom whenever you want. Do you think you could do that for me? I'll try my best. Thank you. The last place I was playing was with Danielle in the cafeteria, so you might want to check around there. Alright, we got a quest. We gotta find the marbles. So many different marbles. Yeah, I've been collecting for a long time. Gotta find the marbles, so she'll let us into the broken bathroom, so we can find out what's jamming the toilet, and things will go from there, I suppose. That door is locked. Look at the sign. Keep out. Only authorized personnel allowed beyond this point. Doorknob. There's an electronic device with a passcode entry labeled Closet 5C. It doesn't appear to be turned on. Okay. And we're back here. So this was our room, I think. Yeah. And I assume we can't just step on out. Okay, no, this is actually just another room. It's not the front door. The new patient lounge is still being built. Please come back later. Open the locker? Sure. No, trusted shut, I'm sorry. A semi-functional vending machine. How would it be only semi-functional? What would I like to buy? We could buy hot... Well, no, we cannot. Hot coffee is not in. But we could buy peanut choo-choos for 10 Gs. Use deposit 10 Gs. I guess I don't have 10 Gs. All the lockers here are rusted. It's a bad situation. So, yeah, that's this. Is there like a door on the bottom wall? It doesn't look like there is. Doesn't seem like it. Quit bugging me, kid. I got a lot to do right now. And my stomach is growling. What I wouldn't give for a peanut choo-choo. Oh no, if we had 10G, we could get her a peanut choo-choo. Unfortunate. Don't know if there's anything we can observe in the blood draw station here. Empty cabinet. This one's filled with medical forms. That one's not empty. Something beneath the folders. Yeah? 5G. We're halfway there. But where could we find the remaining 5? Lab coat and pair of scrubs are hanging inside. Something beneath the lab coat. Yeah? 5G. We now have enough to buy a peanut choo-choo. They'll never miss the money. No one will miss it. This is much more valuable to us than it was to anyone else. Could I offer you a peanut choo-choo during these trying times? Wait, you're giving this to me? Wow. Thank you. I haven't eaten anything all day. And I guess candy is the best I could hope for. I guess they won't mind if I go take a short break. and savor this delicious peanut choo-choo. Hospital admittance forms. Let's see. Search upper shelf. An assortment of books and pamphlets line the shelves. A newspaper clipping is sticking out from between two of the books. Let's read it. 19 March. Already strapped for resources, hospitals are unable to accommodate new patients. Let's do the middle shelf. Several years worth of medical journals. Lower shelf. Folders filled with medical forms. A laminated card is clipped to the back of one of the folders. Read the card. Yeah. Closet 5C passcode 1721. That's good, but that lock is actually not on, is it? But we do know it's 1721. Patient survey. So if we go over here, I assume that we're not actually able to enter this yet. Let's see. Yeah, we need to turn this on. However, we would do that. Well, we have the passcode anyway. It's like a little waiting area. Hospital scale. We could check our weight if we wanted to. Device used to measure height. I don't suppose we can use like a computer to turn that door on. Probably not. Does any characters say anything different if we talk to them another time? Sometimes I look for spare change around the hospital. You'd be surprised how much is just laying around in cabinets and drawers. Wink, wink. I guess people do say different things. Hello, small child. What brings you to my blood draw station? In a world with so many new things to learn, no one needs to be bored. For example, did you know that a neutron star is so dense that a teaspoonful of its matter would weigh more than all the people on Earth? I don't know what that means. One day you will. And then it will blow your mind. Nah. What can I help you with? I gotta go. I should probably leave. Let's see. Okay, that's that room. We cannot go through that door because it's a tunnel, apparently. And we need a tool to unlock it. That door is locked. Just want to see if there's anything against this wall. Okay, here's the cafeteria. Magazines, notebooks, and other paper materials can be found here. This bin is filled with ice cream and other frozen snacks. Rice bowls and snacks. Various drinks, yogurt, and fruit cups line the shelves. On the top shelf, you see an assortment of onigiri. A pile of freshly made plushy toys. Looks like there's something underneath one of them. I will check it out. I got a snowy marble. Hey, kiddo, you need something? Yeah, what's up? I'm just finishing up a batch of plushies. My goal is to make one for all the patients on the floor, even old cranky men like Tony and Panky. I heard that. Good. Hey, kiddo, you need something? Yeah, did you hear about the thief? I'm looking for my book. Don't tell anyone I told you this, but... You know how some of the doors around here have these electronic lockbox things on them? I heard that they keep the password somewhere behind the reception desk that's across from Kisaburo's room. What do you think is beyond those doors? You mean you haven't been there? What? No, of course not. I'm just a volunteer. Well, we're way ahead of her. Hey, tell me about folks here. I know all about 3 people here. Winston, Tony, and Sue. Tell me about Winston. Have you noticed Winston's wife doesn't have her wedding band on? Don't you think that's a little strange? I mean, Winston is still wearing his. Oh, I know all about the people here. I mean, hasn't she, like, been in a coma for some time? Probably doesn't need to wear a ring. What about Tony? I know Tony seems like the biggest grump on the planet, but I can tell that he's just a bit lonely. I bet if you brought him some coffee, he'd open to you a bit. He said he wanted coffee. Oh, I know all about the people here. How about Sue? Sue didn't used to be so poor, but I heard that her father drank a bit too much and gambled away all their savings. Oh, that's the only thing we know about Sue, huh? All right. Oh, there's like a cat down there. Hold on. I told you you're not supposed to have cats in the hospital. It's fine. She's a seeing eye cat. My vision is really bad. Get it out of here, Danielle. Yeah, whatever. Panky is the worst. I guess rules are rules, Danielle, though. Sorry, hun, but you know you're not supposed to leave this wing. I do not have a credit or debit card. I am a child. Fresh Odin? Hey there, long time no see, buddy. You hungry? You need something? What's up? Did you hear? They finally stocked the vending machine out in the hospital hall with peanut choo-choos. We're way ahead of this as well. The shift leader was in here the other day begging us to do it. Guess it's not just kids that like them, eh? You need something? Yeah, you hear about the thief? Oh yeah, someone came in here and took a bunch of food and drinks. Ain't no way they got in here, though, through the cafeteria. See that metal door up there? Comes down after hours and no one gets through that. So I bet they somehow got into the backspace. Tell me about the backspace. Yeah, it's a network of closed-off passageways, half-built rooms, storage closets, you know. The aftermath of, well, yeah. It's crazy back there. You need something? Yeah, I mean, you want to mention more about the backspace? You kind of just trailed off there. Tell me about folks here. What do you want to know about? Danielle. Don't tell her I said this, but Danielle's got a heart of gold. She spends her free time coming in here and sewing toys for all the patients. And really don't tell her I said this. She's a bit of a crazy cat lady. I heard that! What can I say? It's true. Yeah, it is. What do you want to know about? How about Kisaburo? If that Kisaburo comes in here one more time borrowing my stuff, I swear. Borrowing? Oh yeah. He took all my soup ladles, and for what? To go digging in the mud outside to look for buried treasure. I feel bad for the guy, though. It's never easy when one starts losing their mind like that. Must be even tougher for his family. Huh. Who you want to know about? How about Jackie? Jackie's a smart guy. Sometimes I think he's on another planet, but if there's one thing we can talk about, it's food. Of course, we have different methods. He's all science. He cooks with his brain. I cook with my heart. Well, brain versus heart methods of cooking. Which is superior, I wonder? All right. Anything else on here that we can look at? Caution, these drinks are hot. All right, well, we did find one marble. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we can see. Any luck? We gave her the marble. Yep, give her the marble. We gave the snowy marble to Sue. Ah, you found my snow world. Snow world? Shh. Can you keep a secret? Yeah? These aren't just marbles. They're little worlds. All of these are tiny planets, with tiny people living inside. That's why it's so important for me to find them all. This swirly white marble is a snow world. It's snowing all the time here. I know that might sound boring, but it's not. Real snowmen live here, and they are always having parties. What kinds of parties? Snowmen dance parties. I love dancing. Me too. Oh. They have pretty lanterns everywhere too, and a blue campfire that feels cold. But if we went there, we wouldn't freeze. The snowmen make a magical drink that can keep a person warm. So we could dance with them and never get too cold. That sounds great. Thanks for helping me. I feel better now that they're back with me. My name's Sue. It's nice to meet another kid around here. Oh yeah, and feel free to use our bathroom anytime you want. Did you find any more of my marbles? Do you think you could bring them to me? Of course. Thanks so much. Well, Sue coming up with all kinds of snowman lore off the top of her head. I had no idea that snowmen had the magic drink that allowed you to live in their cold world. That's new lore that I've learned. Alright, what's wrong with this bathroom? Yeah, fill the sink with water. Why not? There's one of these tunnels here. Perhaps it leads to the backspace. It looks like the toilet is stuck. Flush? There's something shiny. I received a key. Tony's bathroom. All right, we can get into Tony's bathroom if we want to do that. See, I told you, just reach into the toilet, grab on, and then see what you pull out. There you go. Just like a professional janitor. Hi, Tony. I'm going to unlock your bathroom. Gotta fill the sink with water. A box labeled SC power, 5C power supply. Let's read the notice. Do not tamper with this device. Well, we are a child, so that, of course, we have to tamper. We have tampered. It's on. Okay, so I believe it was, what, 1721? There we go. Oh, how mysterious. Attention all hospital staff, urgent. Please begin transfer of medical supplies to the second floor storage wing immediately. Someone has etched something into the edge of the bulletin board. Yeah, let's read it. Or Sir II. It appears there's a okay, the backspace, right? We do not have the right tools. Let's open the cabinet. Cabinet's locked. Let's search the upper shelf. An assortment of books and pamphlets. Newspaper clipping. Let's read. 14 March, the NSA said the number of people exposed to radiation was expected to rise. Workers in protective clothing scanned people arriving at evacuation centers for radioactive exposure. Middle shelf has several years' worth of medical journals. And the lower cabinet has folders filled with medical forms. Let's look. Ooh, we found a key. Small cabinet. Is it this small cabinet? It is. A laminated card laying at the bottom. The card says exit 5C passcode 2954. A weathered journal. We weren't able to keep everyone alive, but we tried our best. Oh, well, that's depressing. Blood samples. Electronic device with a passcode. Okay, well, we just got, I believe it was 2954. There we go. A whole part of the hospital that is not being used, I guess. Medical books. Oh, we can push boxes? Seems so. Is there anything to get to up there? It opened that. A jar with an unknown specimen floating inside. You much prefer the specimens to be known. Attention staff, a representative from Koidi Construction is coming tomorrow to survey the damage. Please make sure all personal materials are removed before then. Pair of glass beakers. Well, Panky did give us a hint about the incident. We don't know what that is. Apparently some damage was surveyed. Medical pamphlets and office supplies. Lab coat and pair of scrubs are hanging inside. Looks like there's something inside the lab coat pocket. We will look inside. Metal door key. Perhaps this metal door. I don't see another metal door around here. Stack of folders. Construction contract for the rebuilding of the third floor, Wing 2B. Received card key. Someone left a note here. Joji, remember to remove the card key when you're done this time, okay? We can't just go leaving doors open. I don't want to get in trouble again. It's a good thing for us that Joji is bad at their job. I found 5G. Well, we're halfway towards another peanut choo-choo. Alright, card key worked. This one doesn't, however. We need a second card key. door is locked. Card key does not work on this. Or rather, did I use my card key when I open this? Is it like you lose it after you use it once, possibly? Oh, okay, yeah, it was still in there. So it's not that I need different card keys, I need 2 card keys. Bills and tax forms. Lanyard with a card key hangs from the inside of the locker. We got another card key. Bills and tax forms. All right. 2 card keys. Well, that's what we need. And a 3rd card key is ours. Looks like some of the floor's been damaged. Doesn't look like there's anything else I can look at here. But well, I can walk past that. Notice is posted here. All 3 keys must be inserted for this door to open. All right. So make sure that you unlock these 3 doors to unlock this 4th door. Huh? My book! It's glowing.
It's a little late for visitors, don't you think?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm no one important. But if you want to call me something, you can call me Uma.
Are you the one who's been stealing food from the cafeteria? Did you take our book?
Hey, I guess you kinda caught me red-handed.
Why would you steal from a hospital?
I'm hungry. Down on my luck. What do you want me to say, kid?
Wait. Do you live here?
For now. Not much of a home, but it beats sleeping on the streets.
Oh. I'm sorry you don't have a real home.
You get used to it after a while. So, kid, you hungry? I've got a bit of fish head left from last week if you'd like.
That's okay. But thank you.
Look, kid, I'm really sorry I took your book. Please, take it back and forgive me for my lapse in judgment. You see, I thought I could eat a book, and turns out, well, please take the book back.
It's okay. I do weird things when I'm hungry, too. I receive Rakuen.
And I promise that as soon as I get back on my feet, I'll pay the chef back for all the food I took. I just need some time to figure things out.
I understand.
Oh! One more thing. If I tell you a secret about this hospital, will you promise not to tell the staff that I'm here?
Okay. I probably shouldn't get myself involved in a web of lies, but okay, I promise.
break me and I'll multiply, becoming sharp as a tack. But if all you do is smile at me, I'll always smile back.
Uh-huh. What in the world are you doing in here? Well, I don't know how you got in here, but this area is off limits. Anyways, come with me. Your mom is here. Oh, glowing energy coming from that door. Mom! After you worked so hard to get our book back, I think you deserve a good bedtime story. Will you read Rakuen to me, Mom? Of course I will. Alright, what's in this book anyway?
Once upon a time, there lived a boy in a faraway land called Morisora's Forest. Even though he was still quite young, the boy was considered a great warrior by his tribe. One day, the boy returned home from a hunt to find that everyone in his tribe had disappeared. At first, the boy was very afraid, but he soon learned that his tribe had escaped danger by sailing to a world called Rakuen. In order to reach them, the boy decided to seek help from the great guardian of the forest, Morisora. For it has been said that Morisora would grant one wish to anyone who was able to complete his challenges. Thus, the boy set off on a great journey. He fought evil spirits, visited many lands, and befriended even the most severe of creatures. And at long last, Morisora granted the boy his wish, a ride on his magical boat. The boy was now able to sail away, finally reuniting with his tribe and all those he loved in the beautiful world of Rakuen. Good night.
So is that the story that she always reads to him, or is there a different story every time they read the book? Mom, is that you? Hey. Yami! You came back. I told you I would. So the doctor told me you were wandering around the backspace. That place is like a construction zone right now, man. Seems awfully dangerous to go there. Just for a book? It's not just a book. It's been in our family for generations. My grandmother used to read it to my mom when she was a kid. Ah, so you got it back for your ma? Yeah, and me too. It's special to both of us. Special to that old homeless guy, too. The silver on the side probably sells for a lot. He was hungry. He was probably just trying to make you feel sorry for him so you wouldn't tell on him. He should have felt sorry for you. You're the one stuck in the hospital. He could leave any time, but you? You might never get to leave. Oh, hey man, I'm sorry for saying that. It's okay. It's true. If it makes you feel better, I'm stuck here too. We can be stuck here together. You're right. Thanks, Yami. I think that's the night shift nurse. Sorry, man. I should go. Yami. Yeah? I hope you get better. Hi, Mom. Hi, sweetie. Did you sleep okay? Oh, what's the matter? I wish I could go to Morizora and ask him to grant me a wish, but I know it's not real. I'm just stuck here forever, aren't I? Now, I wasn't going to tell you this until you were older, but I think you might finally be grown up enough now to know the truth about this book. Truth? Do you know why someone tried to steal our book? Because there's silver on it, and people can sell silver for money. No. That's not why at all. This book is not just an ordinary book. It's a map to Morizora's forest. A blueprint for what we need to do to meet Morizora himself. But when the thief took our book, he obviously didn't realize that you need something else in order to get there. Huh? This is the Rakuen key you needed to open the book, as well as the doors. The doors! My grandmother told me that when you have both the book and the key, secret doors will start appearing around you. Doors that lead from this world to Morizora's forest. There could be doors in this hospital? I don't know. And we may never know unless we look ourselves. I want you to have this key. It's very special, and now it belongs to you. We received the silver Rakuen book key. Thank you, Mom. But you must promise me that you'll take good care of it. Oh, I promise I'll take such good care of it. Okay, then. There's only one thing left to do. Let's go find a door to Morizora's forest. If you want to talk with Mom at any time, press Q. Oh, did Mom... Yeah, Mom joined the party. When I was a little girl, I used to always dream about finding a special door to Morizora's forest. Did you notice that envelope on the floor of your room? Maybe someone left you a letter. I didn't notice... Oh yeah, I guess it's over there. Someone left us a note. Break me and I'll multiply, becoming sharpest attack. But if all you do is smile at me, I'll always smile back. Figure you might need this in writing. There's something crazy where I live. I hid something to help you get there. Reflect on it for a while, and maybe you can find it. Uma. Alright, so Uma left us a note. But with that, I do believe that we have been trying this out for an hour. So I think that we have a fairly good idea of what the game is about. Well, we were just walking around, talking to people, getting to know the people in the hospital, finding little pieces of money that we stole to buy food for a nurse, finding card keys that we also stole so we could get into the forbidden zone of the hospital, the backspace. And we were getting hints that maybe we might never leave the hospital, in which Mom decides to lift our spirits by telling us about how we could get to Morizora to ask for a wish, which makes me feel that this game might be going in a very sad direction. Kind of hard to say right now at the moment, but it's hard to say. For right now, though, I guess I would give the game a Meg, since so far we haven't really gotten into the Rakuen part of the thing. I mean, I don't actually know how does the game take place entirely in the hospital, or do we actually go to Rakuen, or how does... I don't know. I don't know how that goes. A lot of mystery involved in what the progression of the game would be. So I'm not really sure at the moment how I might feel about it. All I can say is that I feel like a sad ending is oncoming from what we have seen so far. But that's our little look, our hour-long look for Rakuen for the PC. Little adventure game made in RPG Maker about a child in the hospital who just is going on an adventure, let's say. It seems so. Adventure with mom to find the doors that lead to the other world.